Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Hits the Flea Market. My family, we traveled up to Erie, Pennsylvania. Went up there because an old comic book shop that I've visited since I was a kid is closing at the end of the month. And they're having a big sale, and I wanted to see it one more time and grab a bunch of the stuff that they had. And on the way, we stopped at this flea market in an old drive-in in Waterford, Pennsylvania. Uh, I picked up this set of 10 American Flag comics. This is volume 2. I didn't know there was a volume 2. I haven't read any American Flag, but this is volume 2. And they had issues 1. What is this? So this is special number 1. This might actually be from volume 1. I'm not sure, but it's special number 1. Now this is volume 2, number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then here's number 30, which I believe is probably from volume 1. Again, I haven't looked real close at this yet, so I'm not sure. But they had these all in one bag with a price tag of $10, and everything was all comics were half off. So I got all these, 12 issues. I got them for $5. So I grabbed that, and I also grabbed these 3 issues of Flea. I don't know a lot about this series. I have a couple other issues of Flea. First edition. This is just a big. Look how thick that is. This is a big square-bound reprint of Flea stories, I believe, is what this is. This is published by Hero Graphics. These came out in the mid to late 80s, I believe. I believe I have a few issues from the first series. And then they also, along with this, $3, so it was $1.50. Then they had each of these, number 4 and 5, $2 each, so they were $1 each. But these are really hard to find, these copies of Flea. You don't see them very often when you're digging through the back issue bins. So when I saw these, I grabbed them real quick, and I got home, and it just so happens this is Flea Volume 2, and I had in my eBay watch list, I had issues 1, 2, and 3 were in an auction, or a listing, I guess. It wasn't really an auction; it was a listing. They had issues 1, 2, and 3, so I grabbed these. Just kind of, I knew I didn't have them. I got home and I looked at my eBay listings, and I saw that I was watching the listing for 1, 2, and 3, so I automatically just hit purchase on it. So I'll be getting the first 3 issues to go along with issues 4 and 5 here. Volume 2 went quite a ways. I can't remember how high they went before it got canceled, but there's a thunderstorm going on outside. You probably heard that thunder. They have I'm not sure how far up this goes, but I'll start with these first 5 issues and reading this reprint, plus the ones that I already have once I remember where I put them. They're in a long box someplace. I got to dig them out. But so I got those 3. Now, Savage Sword of Conan. These are the new Savage Sword of Conans put out by Titan. These 3 did not come from the flea market. These 3 came from the store, the comic book store that was closing, that I visited after the flea market. But they had issues 15. This is issue 10, but it's like a foil cover. And issue 14. And I grabbed these because these were half price. So these were, $6.99 cover price. So they were $3.50, which is a pretty good deal, I think. I've seen a lot of these new Titan Comics Conans and a lot of the YouTube comic book channels in the comic book community here on YouTube. Like, people are gushing about these. I picked up a trade paperback, I think, of Savage Sword of Conan the last time I went to this comic store about a year ago. and it was a, I don't know if it had like the first couple issues of the Savage Sword of Conan in it. I haven't read it yet, but it looks awesome. These comics, I mean, these magazines are very nice. They do an excellent job, and all the YouTubers that are gushing about these comics, I think they're right. Looking through this, there's a couple stories in each one, but what I like about these is that it seems to me that the art style, the design of Conan in these comics, if I get you to focus, it seems like they're sticking to John Buscema's design for Conan. Uh, you have multiple artists in each of these magazines, and they all seem to stick to the design of Conan that was established by John Buscema, which I think is really cool. And I think that's probably got a lot to do with why these are so popular amongst the old nerd comic book channels that I follow. So this is really, really cool. One of these had a pinup in it by an artist. I can't think of the guy's name. I don't think I'd ever heard of him before. Whew, that's Liam Sharp. Yeah, these don't only have Conan stories in them. They also have other Robert E. Howard characters. Breckenridge Elkins is in this one. And so this is a pinup. Up here is a Breckenridge Elkins story. So he's just like a brawler, a fighter. I haven't read any of his stories. I don't know much about him. I've heard other channels talk about the stories, the Robert E. Howard stories of Breckenridge Elkins. Just has little adventures, I guess. I don't know if he works on ships, like he's a cargo guy, gets in fights on the docks kind of thing. I'm not sure, but this story is by Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz, famous for their team up on back in the day on Marvel, like in Thor, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Girl. They've done a lot of work together over the years, and this is them working on this Breckenridge Elkins story. So this must be Breckenridge Elkins because he's got a raccoon hat. Kind of a frontiersman must be, I guess. I guess I was wrong with the shipping thing. But yeah, so he's fighting a giant turtle. So that's kind of cool. One of these had a pinup in it, though, by an artist I hadn't heard of. And, man, maybe it's in this one. See, this one they did kind of a hack job of using this oversized bag and folded it down so it would fit this magazine. But see, this one has this really cool chromium cover, and that's a Mike Mignola cover. Here's the original cover. See, doesn't that look like John Buscema? Let's see if I can find that artist. As it opens with this really cool map of the Hyborian Age. I think each issue has this. Let's see, pinups. I don't know. I don't recognize any of those names. But I saw the pinup, and then I flipped to the end of the comic, and it was advertising a book that same artist. Yeah, this is it. Caesar's Spy. The epic tale of a gladiator's revenge in ancient Rome. written by Jean-Pierre Picot with art by the spectacular Max von Fafner from Savage Sword of Conan. Let me see. So this is the issue, I believe, with the pinup that this Fafner guy did. Let's see if I can locate it now, so I don't waste everybody's time for too much longer. It's going to be in between stories someplace. Where are you at? Here it is. So this is Max von Fafner. This is his pinup in this issue. And I looked at that and I was like, man, that is good art. I gotta find out what this guy's up to. And then I got to the end, and there's this ad for Caesar's Spy, drawn by him, the same artist. So I'm going to have to see if I can find Caesar's Spy now. I'm very curious about this artist. He looks pretty amazing to me. So I'm gonna have to check him out. But yeah, there was my flea market and a little bit of a comic book shop haul. About 12 issues of American Flag for $5. 3 issues of Flair for what? $3.50 total. And 3 issues of Savage Sword of Conan, 1 special chromium cover edition, which was about what, $11 maybe, $10 total. So that's a pretty good haul, pretty good deals. Very sad to see that comic shop go. It's been there since I was a kid. I started going there when I was real young. My cousin used to get his books from there, his comics, every week. And anytime I'd visit up there, I'd always try to get there. It was really tough when I was young and didn't have a driver's license yet. I'd have to depend on the parents or aunts and uncles or cousins or somebody with a driver's license to get me there. But I used to love that place. So it was really sad to walk out of there for the last time. But seems like everything these days is going the way of the dodo. So just another closure in a long series of store closures that have been going on for a decade now. Anyway, I'll stop. Please share the video with any other old nerds that like this type of stuff. Leave a comment down below with anything you know about any of these things that I picked up. Give me a like if you would. I'd appreciate it. Stick around for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.